I'd like to call the meeting to order. It's just about 7 o'clock, a little after. This is a meeting of the Board of Directors for River Shores. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. For River Shores, for the special assessment with regard to the elevator repair and the insurance increase. So I'll have a roll call.
Bill,
Nancy Feenan, Harold Willard, and Dick Lane. Okay. And quorum present? Okay, thank you. I'd like to present the affidavit of the notice of mail, of the notice of the meeting and its placement around the condominium. And that can be put with the minutes to be filed. And the minutes from the last meeting can be filed without being read if there are no objections. Are there no? Okay, thank you. And then we can just get right to the course of the matter. You've all read, you all received your letters that pretty much states the case. We've seen we've all seen in the papers. Last year when we did the budget, we increased the liability part of the insurance from $35,000 to $80,000 because that's what the liability cost this last year. And even I have a couple of copies here of an $80,000, 80% increase, which I'm just praying to God that's not going to happen because our insurance. The person who covers our insurance agent, said that they feel it's going to stay within, hopefully, within the 71% range. So that would be an increase of $53,000 over the $50,000 we already have in our budget. Now there was no way that I wanted to put that extra $53,000 in our no way, because I really feel very sincerely that they're going to do something about this insurance this year, to give us a year to buy off. So let's pay this. We haven't had any storms, and maybe by next year they're going to do something and help us out here. Because I mean, everyone's moving to North Carolina. I think that's we're just overwhelmed, and I just don't want to put that in the budget, and the board agrees with me in that. So anyway, let's see. I'll tell you why. So that's basically we explained it pretty thoroughly in our letter. It's been in the paper. We've consulted with a number of of different insurance companies, and including the people that had us last year, the QVC. There's last year there were 2 people that wrote insurance. QVC, I think, and Southern Family. And Southern Family, they went under, and we've taken the QVC. I think as Charis has, and I think Ben too. We take it because it does help us out with the dock, with the water line over there. They do insure that. So, so that being the case, something I'm overlooking, sir. Then, oh yeah, and oh my God, yeah, right. State Farm raised their rate 71%. So that was another indicator for us. So we're going with the 71%. That comes out to $53,000, as I said, and I always like to know what it's going to cost me out of my pocket, because I think it's a good thing to know that. And the assessment will be approximately, some will be less because we have the 14 different levels, some less, some more, $400, but it's going to be spread out over November, December, January, and February, because that bill has to be paid in full. It's not something we can spread out over 12 months. It has to be paid on March 1st. No ifs, ands, or buts. So that's the reason why, and by giving us $100, by having the money come in over months, we'll have the money to pay on, by March 1st. So, would someone make a motion, please?
Well, you can open up for questions.
No.
No.
We'll just go on with the. I'll take questions. I'll take questions, it's all right. You can have a question, Tony.
Well, I got a couple of them because you said a few things that are not consistent, so I want to be clear I understand. You said approximately 71%, is that correct?
That's correct.
I read the same newspaper article. Mm-hmm. You budgeted for 2006, $46,019, or we'll say an even $47,000. If I do it by 80%, that's like $37,000 and change. You're asking for an assessment of $53,000. Where's the other $15,000 going? Because if you ask for $53,000, you're asking for 112%. Excuse me, Nancy.
Just one second.
What you're asking for in 53,000 is 112% increase.
Tony, what we based the 71% on was the entire insurance bill. It doesn't just include the 50,000 for the liability.
Okay.
There's other reasons, so, and that's where we get that figure.
All right.
Okay, don't forget, I'm paying it too, so
Well-
I'm not liking it either, so,
So the next question I have, well, not all insurance is
I'm
going
going to let you
up.
have the one, Tony, then I'm going on, because I saw you raise your
Oh,
hand,
all right.
Richard, excuse me.
Yeah, do we have any assurance that come March 1st that QVC is going to renew it?
We haven't heard that they're not going to, so, but we haven't applied yet.
We had no confirmation that they would.
They're still writing in Florida, but I have, the broker, our broker has told us.
But you could wind up in Citizens.
Hopefully not, but if it's wind, and we've also, to be honest with you, we've also made a couple of calls around. I've also talked to Lloyd's of London, we're doing, and trying to make sure that, 4 or 5 different bases covered. To see, because it's kind of scary, yes, hopefully.
There is that possibility we could go into the Citizens.
My broker says not, but I don't really, the possibility exists. I mean, it's, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not omnipotent, I don't have a crystal ball, just do the, And did you see that, and in the paper, they're saying here, the Sun Sentinel, property and casualty insurance asked state regulators to increase its homeowner and condo owner insurance premiums by a statewide average of 88.6%, single-family homes, and 90.7% for condo owner policies. That was the one that was in the paper. It was just earlier this week or at the end of last week. So, but our broker, our insurance broker, has assured us that she feels, or that they have inside information, or however they find out these things, that it'll be in the area of 70%. Okay.
But
At the minimum, yeah, at the minimum. Harold does want me to say that at the minimum.
So to be clear, you're projecting all the insurance to be going up 10%. Okay. Okay. You've just been clearer when you sent the notice out, that's all. You should have been just a bit clearer when you sent the notice out. That's all. Okay. That's fine, I accept that answer. That's okay. Now I got one other question.
Okay.
According to the 2005 financial statements, there was a profit from River Shores in 2005 of $30,152. Where did that money go?
This is a meeting about the assessment, Tony. I don't have.
No, I understand that.
But if you will, I can't answer that question for you right now.
Okay.
But I will get back to you with it. Okay. How much?
$30,152 was the net profit from 2005.
Okay. Let me get
So
back
I
to
don't
you.
know why there's even all these assessments.
Let me get back, okay? Because I do not have an answer for you because that was not.
Okay.
Now,
Fair
I'd like to
enough.
have someone make a motion, please. Okay, Carol's going to make you're making the motion to accept to vote on the assessment for the insurance. We haven't covered the elevator yet. Bill? Okay, could I have a roll call, please?
Yes, Bill.
Susan, Bill, yes. Nancy Feenan, yes. Carol? Dick? Bill, yes, okay. Unanimous, okay. And now let me move on. Motion was carried. Unanimously. Okay. The motion was made and carried unanimously. Okay, now, the next problem, the county of Broward County, not the state, but the county, has decided that all elevators over a certain age, whether they're sick, ill, or not, whether they have the disease or not, have to be run into code. Now, 2 years ago, we had the elevator in Devon. When they were testing it, it failed, blew up. It was just so wonderful. And so we fixed that one. So we only have 2 that absolutely have to be fixed. And it's not an issue we can avoid. It's a life safety issue. We did contact our attorney about it to see, because we have a contract with Miami, or is it Miami Motion? With Motion Elevator. And they're a very good company. They come as soon as possible when we have a problem. We have them. The elevators are checked every single month, and if there's in between, if the doors aren't closing, or if they're being weird or whatever, they come out, or, we feel that we get very good service from that company. So anyway, this is going to cost $40,000 to fix the 2 elevators. There's 2 teams in the whole state of South Florida that does this work. It's like a big backhoe crane deal. It has to go down inside the elevator and whatever. And there's a list, obviously, for all the people that, that are there online. So we had to put a deposit down, which we have done, because then that showed that we had our intent to get the permits to have this work done, and on the list, and sometime after the first of the year, that will have to be done in both, and then we should have plenty of, till after March. Okay, so, or after the first year, after March, because this list is so long, but if we did it, put our name on the list and show good faith that we put the deposits down for the permits and everything, they were going to start to find, where I'll be on the list and to be fined. So, that wasn't what we wanted to do. But we did discuss it with our attorney, because we did want to be positively had to do it, and it is a life safety issue, so it has to be done. And so that's going to be $40,000. So the total, once again, the total of our assessment between that and the insurance is $93,000, as was stated in your letter, and that will be taken out over 4 months, and it does come to approximately about $100 a month for the 4 months, and that's what. It's some will be more and some will be less, but that's approximately. I always like to give an approximate, because there's 14 different levels. So you get that grid, and then but you have your letter, and then the grid will tell you, and then we'll have the papers that tell you how much your particular payment would be each month for the on the 15th of the month. Okay.
And the $400 that you're referring to relates to the $93,000?
Yes, because when you combine the elevator and the insurance, that comes to.
Okay.
And then divide that by 230, and it gives you roughly 40. But there were 14.
230 units.
Yes,
okay.
But there are 14 different levels of ownership, here, and that's some people have smaller.
Right.
Units of, okay. And some have more, and the higher up is more expensive, and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So. Okay.